Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Denarse, and I am the host of the Marsh Show. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into the video today. And the title of this video is "Making Chicken Pot Pie with AB." And I grabbed this video from smoking and grilling with AB. All right. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. And I hope everybody continues to have a good day for the remainder of such. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into the video. Let's go.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start to season up. Look, I'm gonna put a little black pepper. I'm starting with my my chicken, right? Now you guys can use a rotisserie chicken if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? It's
All right, hold on. All right, I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I can't even sit up here. Hold on 1 second, AB. Hold on. It's cool. Like I was attendance yesterday. All right. I see attendance was a little low like yesterday. All right, but it's cool though. I understand the curriculum was a little weak, but y'all had to do me like that though. I ain't gonna trip. You know what I mean? I think that's what y'all want me to do. But we're gonna go ahead and get right back into our scheduled programming. Let's go.
really up to you, but for me, I like to go ahead and brown. Put a little salt in here. I'm gonna mix them all up, and then I'm gonna use my.
It was impressive how everybody just moved as a unit. You know what I mean? As one, but it was called that. So all right.
A season, right? Now, if you guys got any type of poultry season that you would like to use, you can use that too. But I'm gonna add this in here to that. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so that I don't start sneezing. We'll put this out here so you guys can see it. Don't forget the full ingredient list will be on my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. Right now, this is gonna be my tool. I'm gonna make everything in this. So we're gonna start off by using our.
And I got my Dutch oven on the way. Like seriously, I ain't playing.
Browning
out
my
here.
chicken, right? So go ahead. Let me go ahead and start putting a little heat in here.
Okay.
I start off with like just a medium flame, you know. Take me a little cooking oil. My tool of choice is the extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Right? I know it has a lower smoking point, but that's fine. We just put a little bit of that in there. Now we come to the chicken, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just move this around. And there's a lot of chicken for what we're doing here. I ask you guys, listen, you can go ahead.
No such thing, AB. You never have too much chicken.
And double this recipe if you got a family of like 6 or better. You know what I mean? And it depends on how much you eat. Really, this do about 4. You know what I mean? But the way we eat at my place, you know what I mean? We probably want to use yeah, it probably will be 4. You know? So, see that right there? I'm not gonna do no trimming. All of that's gonna be the flavor.
Okay.
Right? This ain't the Marie Callender's chicken pot pie. Okay, so as this heated up, that was, I left this
Shots fired, AB.
part when I seasoned enough time for it to marinate. You know what I mean? But you want to get it. I didn't put a lot of pepper on there because when you put pepper on there, it kind of tends to burn, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the top. That's what I call it. And by the way, these are boneless, skinless thighs, right? So we'll just put them in here just like that. And then when I get them in here, I'm not gonna move them, right? Now all we're gonna do is just like really brown these and kind of like cook them up. You guys be the judge how you're gonna do it, but that's how we're gonna start them right now. All right, so look, I'm gonna just open this right now while I get that going.
Okay.
You know, as we brown it, just so you guys can see it. This is it right here.
That's the crust right here, guys.
Puff pastry. If you guys haven't been working with this, you're gonna be amazed. Hey, it does exactly what it says, folks. Puff when you cook it. Hey, let me just say this. I'm gonna go ahead and date myself. How many of y'all out there remember that show used to come on called HR Puff and Stuff? Talk to me down in the comment section below. Now, if you guys pay attention, and
I think you got me on that one, AB. I'm an old soul and all, but it kind of very vaguely sounds familiar. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know what it is.
Look down here,
Very vaguely.
and you see the way the cooked meat is starting to rise up. You mean see how this is? Now, don't forget, this is boneless, skinless chicken thigh, right? So it's already been, deboned, and it's opened up and it's flat. It's not like we're trying to do a thick breast, right? So now, here's the key. Whenever you browning something or something like that, or you cooking it, or even the sear, I should be able to pick this up like this with no stick. It's not quite ready yet. You know what I mean? You really shouldn't even do that. I like to just do it like this and just push it over. Once it moves, once it releases from the bottom of the pot, then I know that it's ready. All right, so.
See, I've been doing it wrong all these years. I thought the reverse of that, basically. That's crazy. So I thought it once it quit sticking to the pot, it was ready. That's crazy.
It's ready to be moved. You see that? So
crazy.
now I grab it and I
I've been
pick
doing
it
that
up and
wrong.
I just flip it over.
Appreciate it, AB.
We do the same thing here. Here. Oh yeah, look at that one right there. And here. Now, normally when you do a chicken pot pie, you know what I mean? There's different ways you can go ahead and do your chicken, but I like to put the flavor on this. So this is what I'm gonna put in there. I'm gonna shred some of this down, cut it into some bite-sized pieces, so that we can enjoy it and eat it. And you can see that fine down there. We put a little seasoning on it. This is how you make one that's over the top. Okay, so now we're getting ready to check it, right? Look, I got a meat thermometer. You see this right here? Happens to be.
I'm just saying, y'all think I be playing, man. I'm out here, like, you know what I mean? I'm out here. When I say it, like, you know, I'm out here. AB, now you guys go support. Going over to the AB shop and check them out. All right, now back to the video.
My meat thermometer. You know what? Thank you for all you guys that got these over the holiday. These move like hotcakes.
You're welcome, baby.
The reason I'm telling you to get one of these, because listen, I run restaurants and work in the food industry. And when you do that, you know what I mean? You want to make sure your food is at the correct temperature, right? So now I'm getting ready to temper it. I'm tempering the biggest part, you know, the fattest part of this chicken thigh right here. And look at that right there.
No, he said the fattest. He going for the biggest part of meat. Just pause. That's how you're going to get the best reading. You know what I mean? That's when you know it's going to be really successfully cooked.
We are at 164 there. This one's a little bit low. This is 136, but I'm gonna tell you that's fine. Why? Because we're gonna cook the pot pie. You know what I mean? So don't worry about that. So now I just cut everything off. Now let me get myself a plate. I'll take it out and we're gonna go ahead and just like shred / chop. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just take this one out right here. Right? These, I wanna like make sure these don't continue to cook as much. Now, the reason we take them out a little bit early, there's nothing wrong with cooking them all the way. But the reason I cook them like that is because, you know, we're going to cook them in the pot pie and they'll finish their way.
That's true.
But you see all of this color? You know what I mean? You see that right there? All this, it picked up a little bit of the fine and all of that. That's where we're going to get our flavor from, right? Now, this part here is the way you do this. It depends on how big of the bite size that you like of your chicken, right? So for me, I like to at least know that I got chicken in there. So some of you guys are going to shred it. You know what I mean? Some of you guys are going to follow it the way I'm doing it here. But this puts chicken, when I say...
Definitely like the bigger pieces, you know what I mean? Because I like the bigger pieces. Once you shred it and then it's going to cook down and it's going to get even smaller. But some people like it like that, though. Let me know down in the comments how you like it.
Chicken like that means chicken into the pot pie.
Okay.
Right? So look at that. You want to mix that in there along with the potatoes, but you guys get the point.
It's getting hardy.
If you look right here, you can see just how moist this is. Woo-hoo. All right, so we'll just put this in here like that. Now, when we make this, I'm gonna show you guys the bottom of my my Dutch oven, right? You're gonna be able to see all of the fine in the inside. You know what I mean? When you look at that right there, just imagine that. We getting ready to make our, you know, our roof from that. And you guys get the picture. We building layers on top of layers. Okay, so look, now we're going to look.
I always wanted to make a pot pie at home. I love pot pies, and it's always so hearty after you get done shoveling and you come into that nice warm pot pie after you get nice and cleaned off and dry, you know, up north stuff. Let's go.
Right down in this pot right here. I know all y'all can tell me what this is down at the bottom. I'm not finna tell you, but this right here is where you get your flavor from. You can type that down there too, because we got some conversation to make. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this back up to some heat. I'm gonna start with like a low, just get everything nice and warm, and I'm gonna bump it up to a medium. Just a medium flame. And then what we want to do is we want to start by adding our butter to it.
Okay, we got our butter.
This is gonna be key. You saw that down the bottom. I gotta be able to say what it is now. Listen, this is called the fine. Now, when I melt my butter and all that, it's gonna give it a little bit of a different color, and it's not more traditional. It's not as traditional as you guys are used to seeing it. You know what I mean? Because usually when you make a pot pie, you know, it's kind of like a whitish, clearish type of look to it, right? But for me, I want to get all of the flavor. This is why when people eat one from myself, they want to know, like, hey, what seasoning do you use? Same ones everybody else uses, but I'm not finna clean the bottom of that. I'm gonna use that flavor, infuse it with this butter. You know what I mean? We're gonna put this flour in there once it melts, and we're gonna hit it with that chicken broth. Okay, so come here, look, you can see the color of what I'm talking about. Just by having the butter, it starts to pick up some of the fine, right? So now we'll just start adding some of our flour to it.
Okay.
I do mine in increments. You guys can do it any way you want to. I say it in several of my videos. I've had several chefs come here and tell me like, hey, it doesn't make a difference, AB. You can put it all in there. You know what I mean? But I'll be watching them lumps and how much time I spend on them trying to whisk them and get them ready. Get them to be, broken up and to be smooth. So I'll start out with this. If you guys have been with me for a minute, you know I love my square edge, right?
We've been with you for a minute, AB. We've been right here with you for a minute.
But I think this is going to be a job for my whisk.
Okay, we're going to whisk it out.
Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm cooking that flour taste out.
Okay.
Right, just let it stay on the bottom right there. The whisk is scraping up the bottom, getting some more of the fine in there.
Okay.
So now you know the color of our roux and what the sauce is going to be like that goes in the inside, right? Okay, so once you cook the flour taste out, right, you can look at the color. Now, we're not making a gumbo. We don't want to get that too dark, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my broth. The key here is keep it, keep your whisk moving. You know what I mean? Because you want to continue to whisk the whole entire time.
Right? Keep it even. That's what you're trying to do right there. Trying to keep it even. Let's go.
Now look at that right there.
Yeah.
That right there already tells you that, look, that flavor is in there. You could look at the color and see that.
You can see it.
Right? I'm just bumping up my temperature just a little bit. And I'm going to continue to whisk. Now I'm right here next to my stove. Now would be a good time for us to go ahead and, preheat our oven, right? So we're going to be using 400 degrees.
Okay,
so I'll just come over here, hit bake, 400, and start. Now that's going. Now come on back over here and take a look at this right here. Look at that right there. You see that?
Yeah,
you can see the fine in there. You can see the color. I promise y'all gonna run to the store and make this all today. I want you guys to see the consistency.
Today, because I know I am. I say it all the time, but I am though. I am.
That right there is good. Like if it gets too thick for you, you can just always add a little bit more broth or stock, whichever one you're using. So now we just want to taste it and figure out what we want to add to it. Does it need more salt? Do we want to add a little pepper to it? You know what I mean? This right here, give it to us.
Where we at? Let us know where we at.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let us know.
I'm gonna give it a generous pinch. That's my generous, maybe a little bit more. You know what I mean? Pinch of salt.
Okay.
I like to cook, not using as much sodium as possible, right? So don't forget, we're gonna put the chicken in. You know what I mean? We got some other things that got a little sodium in it also, right? So this is coming up, back to temp. Yeah, everything is good.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and put in some fresh minced garlic. Ooh, look at that right there. You guys ain't got yourself one of these, folks. Get yourself one. Cuts down on the time of the mincing and all of that. I know you can buy it in a jar, but this right here is super, super fresh.
I know, AB. You've been preaching to me. I'm gonna get one. I promise. I'm getting there, AB, for sure. You getting me there, I should say. Let's go.
You know what I mean? So we drop that in, right? We're gonna add a little bit of this cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Right. Now we're just gonna give this a little mix. You know what I mean? After I let this, the minced garlic, release its flavors in here, I'm gonna taste it again. Because no matter what the recipe says, it's about how you like it. If you want to add a little bit more of this filling to it, you want to add a little bit more garlic taste, you can. Add a couple of more cloves. It's really up to you. That's one thing I like about a recipe. You don't have to take it literal.
That's right.
It's just your step, your guide to get you going.
That's right.
And then you tailor make it to, how you want it. All right, so when you get to this part right here, right, you tasted it, I tasted it. Listen, the cayenne pepper just gave it a little bit of a, Now, you only use a half a teaspoon. If you ask me, that's still enough.
That's enough.
You can double it if you're going to double the recipe. But maybe just like a little bit over that would be just enough right now. This is
for you hot fire people, like to breathe hot fire after you get done eating.
Fire, folks. So now what we're getting ready to do is add our onions. Now, look, I know that these are raw onions going in here like this. Try it like this. You don't have to put it in the front, in the beginning, before we started putting the roux in there, because what that does is
you want to cook down a little bit and infuse into the dish.
It just starts to saute them. Now, if you want yours done that way, that's fine. But this right here will release that onion flavor nice and strong with the heat inside of this, and it come out fire. Trust me. Right, so now I'm just adding everything that I have left.
Got the peas
in the inside, minus the egg.
All right. Yeah, peas and carrots.
All right, so now we'll just start giving this. Now, come on here and look inside of here.
Let me see.
What that look like?
Let me see, AB.
Y'all tell me. I love to pop my collar on stuff like this right here.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pop your collar on that. You got your peas in there, you got your carrots in there, and I think he said he put some egg in there too. Don't quote me on that. But that's looking good. It's looking like her traditional pot pie filling. Let's go.
Listen, you can see it.
I'm excited.
Right? And then don't forget.
I'm excited.
We got to get the potatoes in there.
Okay.
Right? That's up to you how much you want to put in there. You know what I mean? Don't forget, when it starts to get thick on you, with all this stirring and adding all of this, when it hit the cold and the hot and all that, it thicken up. Don't forget, you can always add just a little bit of that broth or stock, whichever one you're using, and I promise you to be fire. Once I get it to looking like this, now I'm going to change my utensil. Okay. My oven is up to temp. I'll just add my cream.
Got the cream.
Now we start adding this chicken in there. Now look at it, folks. You tell me. Watch it come together for you. Wouldn't you want to have that?
I do.
And we using puff pastry too.
I'm telling you, man. All right. Okay. Y'all gonna want this. It's nice and cold out there.
Right. So I'm just gonna leave the top off, right? Let this cool down. You can put it in the refrigerator, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can start building up your heat in your oven now. But I think what we finna do now is I'm finna make some room and we get ready to start building these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some flour down. You guys watch me. Okay, so look, now that I put my puff pastry down, right? You guys, I'm using my kitchen counter, right? So what I did was I put a little flour down so that it can move around.
Right, we're working on the crust now. We're almost there.
Stick. Now, this is puff pastry, folks. I'm going to start right here at the bottom here. If you guys come in here and look, you can see it's got like this little crease.
Okay.
Right? We just going to roll this just a little bit. We're not going to roll it hard. You know what I mean? We're not going to roll it, like put too much pressure on it. So we just roll it like that. Like that.
Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. All right.
Then I'll bring it back towards me.
You got to put all the good hand on it.
Do not overwork this, folks. And you want it to just be nice and even. Just what you see. Just want to flatten it. And that right there, my friend, is him. All right, so once I have it like that, I know you guys see these ramekins right here.
Okay.
I know I need to go ahead and address that, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and scramble my egg because we're going to brush the tops anyway, right? So let me go ahead and scramble this. And then we move on. Now I'm gonna show you this. I got 2 size ramekins right here. You know what I mean? This is a good size, because it's nice and filling in the inside. Then we put the puff pastry on the top, right? So when you do it, you don't want to put this on here like that just to cut it out perfect, right? I have one that's the next size up. That's a little bit bigger because we're gonna fold down.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna take this.
I see where you're going with this, AB. Let's go.
Just come to the edge. Be careful because you just had that flour. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take it like this, get it closer to the edge as I can, and then I'm just gonna put some pressure on it, like this, right? And then if you would like, you could just go ahead and take yourself just a sharp knife and just run this around like this and trace it, right?
Nice and easy. You don't need a whole lot of force, okay? This is just dough. Let's go.
Now you see why I ain't got all them knives. You know what I mean? I use my chef knife for everything. Now, we'll just take that up like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and get myself another one.
Okay.
Okay, so look, this is what we got right here. I got these 3 size ramekins here, and I got a bigger one. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is daddy's right here, folks. Just keeping it real with you. So now remember, we went ahead and scrambled an egg, right? Okay. So I'm going to show you what we do with that in just 1 second. But if you guys want to see, we're going to put this over the top and see how we got a little overlap. Now, these don't give you as much, right? So look, all you got to do is take them, and then what you do is you just run the rolling pin over the top to spread them out just a little bit, right? So
I'm curious what are you going to do with that egg, though?
Now we have this. Let me go ahead and get myself something to scoop.
Very curious.
When you look at that filling, you look at this right here with this nice crisp white, you can already see what this puff pastry going to look like. Okay, now with it cooled, I want you to go ahead and look at the texture.
Look at that.
You see how I still, look at that right there. See how I still move? It's up to you how thick you want it, but I promise you, you don't want to fall asleep while you eating it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, AB, you tripping today, man. Okay, let's go. He said you don't want to fall asleep while you eat it, and that's liable to happen.
Just go ahead and get
That's
yourself something
probably
like
what's
this.
going to happen.
We know it's already fire because we've been tasting it as we go, making any adjustments that we needed to. And look at that chunk of chicken right there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, now one thing I didn't say, which I should have said, everybody, I'm sorry, you guys might can see it, in the background, whatever. Get yourself a baking sheet because we're going to put these on there. Now, you see how we put this on top? And then explain to me why my voice starts getting a little soft and all of that when we start doing these little money shots like this.
He hit you out the Barry White.
Look at the potatoes cooked, which is fine. If you look at the size of the dice, let me show you. Okay. You see that right there? Believe me, 15, 20 minutes inside of this hot oven at 400 degrees, and I promise you, those will be nice and soft.
Nice and perfect.
So let me fill up the rest, and then we'll go ahead and put the tops on. Okay, so you see these right here. Look, only thing we got to remember to do is make sure these fit over the top, right? I know this does. Now, don't forget, we scrambled, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take my brush and just brush the outer exterior.
Oh, now I see what he had those eggs for. Okay.
Right? With a little bit of this egg right here. Look at that. Yes, sir.
Wow. That's pretty smart. I think because that's going to help with that crust stay down over and really cap efficiently. Let's go. Okay, AV. Okay.
You just center this over here just like this. Lay it right over the top. And then what you want to do is you just want to kind of like just press this down a little bit. If it come up, don't worry. You know what I mean? Don't worry. It's going to do its thing. Now, you see I got this pan here. Listen, if you don't want to clean that oven in case something boil over, you know what I mean? You want to just leave it like that, right? So that's good. I'll give it this one last final pat right before I put it in the oven.
Okay.
Now, these right here, these are almost they're not quite big enough for me, so let me go ahead and get my rolling pin. You know what I mean? I'm going to roll it out. Just a little bit. Get a little bit on the edge.
Give yourself a little bit of room. Give yourself some room, all right?
A bit more edge work. All right, so we just take it there and there. Right? Take this. Let's go ahead and get some of this around the edge. Real easy, folks. Hey, this is a nice one to like just level up and this is shock and awe. You know what I mean? Because everybody gonna be like, man, you didn't make that. Only reason they gonna know you made it because they know that you can't buy nothing in the frozen department that has glass in it like this.
Exactly.
If they do, y'all let me know. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Exactly. They gonna know you been showing out in the kitchen. They gonna know. All right. They gonna
I can quit making it this way and just sneak up on everybody else. Mm-hmm. Now we'll put this over here like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the process. All right, now the last thing to do is just to go ahead and hit these with this egg wash. Now, this is gonna give it that color. This is the part you're gonna love to see right here. It's gonna help this rise, give it that nice golden color.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll let you already.
I would not have thought to done that. I'm being 100% honest. I would not have thought to done that.
That's why you.
Oh, I don't know what that looked like. That looked like it looked like a big cheesecake.
Put them in there. I'm gonna set a timer for 20 minutes,
delicious.
25 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer for 25 minutes. That's when I'm gonna look at it, right? And then I'm gonna decide, do I need to go a little bit further? You know what I mean? But I want to see this nice golden brown. Yeah. You guys. Okay, folks, look.
Look at that. AB, you showing out today, man. Golden brown. Like, that is crazy how much of a difference that made by putting that egg on top at the very end like that. It's a different kind. It's a dark brown. That AB.
Finished doing whatever I did behind the scenes, which was just nothing but taking some pictures. This big one is right. I got another one I can show you right here. If you guys look, let me just do like this. Why I don't have no energy is I went ahead and sampled it. Then I decided to go ahead and, you know what, let me just go ahead and have my lunch today. I suggest eating one of these in the evening. Oh, but you know what, it's nice and cold. So
you going to sleep.
You guys can just go ahead and, eat one of these for lunch. This is one of them lunches or dinners that stick to your ribs. You know what I mean? Slow you down, though. Your boss might not be happy. Hey, with that being said, listen, I'm finna go in here. You guys can come on here and look. Look at this right here. Oh, my goodness. Come on. See that right there? Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, y'all. Man, I just told you I just had one, then I got a chance to sample a little bit of that one. Man, right now I'm just like on an even keel, you know? Yeah, hey, so with that being said, let me know down in the comment section below after watching this, even before you make it or after you make it, let me know what would you do to, level this up. Like I know a couple of things I could have done was, me. I could have added that andouille sausage to it, So that's chicken andouille going along with the chicken. You know what I mean? So you guys can just mix the flavors however you want to and just let me know. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and just tell everybody out there, right? Listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. As much as I want to pick this up and walk off, I can't do it, folks. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, man, we sure appreciate it, man. Like I always say, like my menu has stepped up 100-fold. But when you step out and offer this to your guests, that nice, warm, and savory, delicious pot pie that is not store bought. There's no store bought anywhere in that. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of feeling. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna hold you guys for. You guys be warm and be safe, and let me know if you tried this dish during these cold times. You guys have a good one. Later.